Well, good afternoon. I'd really like to welcome you to the first Women's Leadership event. What does this event do? It links our two organisations, Leeds Teaching Hospital Trust and the University of Leeds. When Jackie and Anne-Marie approached me about this whole idea, which of course, needless to say, was around the Athena Swan accreditation, because of my enthusiasm and my total dedication to this subject for some number of years, I was, needless to say, extremely welcoming and supportive. Now, the business case for having more women, both at senior management and at board, is unquestionably now so well researched that we can absolutely say with conviction that this is a really good business decision. And that's what I want to make clear. It isn't about just women improving their own personal situation. This is a business decision, and as such, we have to support. We educate women right through to university, and then something happens within the system, which we can talk more about during this afternoon. We are making progress, but unfortunately it is slow. Cranfield recently produced more statistics to say that in 2010 we had just 12% of women who were at board level, and that's within the FTSE 100. This year we've been proved again, slight improvement, and we're at 20.7. Is it good enough? Probably not, but at least we are making progress. Now you're going to hear more about that, making progress through global companies that Heather Jackson of AIJ will be telling you far more about this afternoon. Within the NHS, 3/4 of our employees are women. Across the whole spectrum of both providers, commissioners, any other organisation within the NHS, which is very complex, we have 37% now who are not just at board level, but are in senior positions. So is this progress? Yes, of course it's progress. But we have also to consider that we're not just looking at board representation here. What we have to encourage, going back to what I said before, this is a business decision about our organisations looking to be more successful in the future. So what do we want from that? What we want in Leeds is to be the first ever to have taken this subject really seriously and to develop our organisations, not just because we're women, but because it's actually good business sense to have mixed boards and a mixed employment. So why isn't this happening? There are a degree of reasons. You're going to hear more about that this afternoon from the various speakers that you hear. We have a lack of role models. Not in every case, but in some cases there aren't any role models. We haven't been good at organising mentors or sponsors. And we as women ourselves, we have lacked confidence. Sometimes we haven't developed our capabilities. And probably the worst thing of all is the lack of contacts that we all need and our networks. They're simply not developed. When we started to discuss this event, Heather Jackson and I, different times, went to and spoke to Dame Sally. Not just because of Athena Swan and the obvious recommendations in quite a stiff letter that she sent to organisations, but I wanted to talk to her about the Leeds initiative. She was absolutely overwhelmed by the fact we are doing something really constructive and joining up our organisations in which to do it. And the proof there is the fact that you've got Julian Hartley, the CEO of LTHT, and Sir Alan Langlands sitting here today absolutely giving that strong message that as organisations here within Leeds, we are going to work in partnership because we really take this agenda seriously. I really hope that you gain masses out of this afternoon. We need you to reach your potential, not just because we want you to feel fulfilled, but because this is a really good business decision for both our organisations. We need you to succeed. It's going to be hard work. Take the opportunity. Take it, but enjoy it. It only remains now for me to officially open this network. Have a great afternoon.